Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And in this one, we're gonna discuss this big theory that Robin has about Varang, and what her clan and what her motives could be, just all that. I'm gonna pass it off to Robin, who will explain her theory about it. But yeah, we thought it'd be a fun video, so hope you enjoy. So what you got, Robin?
Okay, so when we first saw the concept art of Varang at D23, we could kind of see, and you can also see it in this, but here you can see, no, not this one, but the other one. Um,
Uh,
in the one that was recently shared, you can actually see that it's been confirmed, but already
oh
in the one from D23, you could see like the little mountains in the back, and they were curved in such a way that I was like, that
yeah,
looks like the Cove of the Ancestors from the Metkayina, and here you can actually see that it is the Cove of the Ancestors. Um,
exactly.
and that got me thinking, why would she be there? What, why is she interested in attacking them? Do they have history or what's going on? Then, if you go back to the other one, with like the zombie type of Nathis,
Yeah,
um, in this image, they look really demonic, and the way that she's, wearing a necklace made of kuru, that's very, very, I don't know, I don't even have a word for that, uh,
just
kind of gory.
yeah.
And I started to kind of notice similarities between them and like the Ash people and vampires, which I don't think they would actually be another version of that myth, but I think um, when I was thinking about them being vampires, it kind of led me to the theory that I ultimately have. And I want to read the post that I made about it.
Okay.
Um, so, the Ash people of Pandora share a lot of similarities with vampires, such as the lust for blood and life force of other beings. Since we know that the Tulkun possess a substance called Amrita, which stops human aging, could it also stop the aging of the Natfi? And could immortality be another interest that the Ash people and Farang share with vampires, leading them to hunt down and attack the Metkayina? Now, I thought about them attacking the Metkayina way before this other image was out and confirmed. So I'm kind of hopeful that I'm at least in the right direction of them wanting Amrita, or maybe having some sort of history with them, or being, I don't know, provoked in the movie. But I
I
just
think
think that, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I think you could be onto it, and obviously, like you were saying, you don't mean exactly like they're like vampires and like oh it's 1 to 1. Like you said, there's just very like if you look at the broad sense of it, there could be some similarities that they have, and
Yeah,
like maybe
yeah.
like you said the goal of the Amrita, however it's pronounced. If like you said, maybe they know, maybe other Navi don't know or haven't really attempted that maybe it can't even stop the aging of Navi, because we do know it
Hmm.
stops the aging of humans, like you said, but do we really know that it doesn't do that for the Navi? Yeah, they have some
Hmm.
different physiological differences, so maybe it could be the case, but we don't know because maybe there just hasn't been another daring clan to kind of like be that sacrilegious, right? To even attempt it, like you're saying.
Yeah. And if that is the case, if it does work like that, then I'm wondering, is there already some Natfi out there, or maybe even Varang, that has taken that substance and has maybe lived for a very long time? Honestly, I
Mm,
doubt that Varang did, because she seems like she has a very fresh um, anger. Um,
yeah,
but
yeah.
there could be someone out there that did take it and is very, very old somehow. Um, but maybe it just slows it down, maybe it makes them look younger, I don't know. But I just, in the first movie, they kind of after that they kind of forgot about unobtainium,
Yeah.
and I don't know if they would do the same to Amrita. um but it would be kind of cool if that came back as an element, and if the apart from the Tulkun being hunted, the actual substance has a larger significance in the story because it is, if you think about it, they kind of skipped over it, and it is a pretty big deal that it can do that.
Yeah, we came out. I came out of that movie, and we've had discussions on this before, where I'm like, nobody's talking about the fact that we basically got the confirmation of a sort of a fountain of youth, or
Yeah,
just
exactly.
something that could grant, like, stops aging. Pretty much means if you don't age, you don't die. So you become an immortal human. I'm like, how is that not one of the biggest talking points coming out of the movie? It was just like a throwaway line, and nobody really, everybody was touching on everything else, but we're kind of like, yo, guys, did you not see this? Like, did it need a neon sign, or what's happening?
And
So,
to
yeah,
support that, since the Ash Clan is very disconnected from Awa, right? We've seen that in some of the concept art that, for example, Varang doesn't use her kuru to fly the creature.
yeah,
But we already knew that they were going to be very disconnected. So since Awa is some sort of, it's very similar to a religion for other clans, what would they base their society around and their beliefs? To me, it kind of looks like a cult.
yeah,
And a cult always has a leader, right? Um, I don't think it would be very far-fetched to think that maybe that cult leader would be very interested to live for a longer time. And maybe the other people would support that because, if you've ever seen any type of documentary on cults, you know how completely obsessed they are with their leader and how much they're willing to risk their lives for them, um,
yeah.
especially if they're that disconnected from their environment and isolated. Um, then I think her interest in Amrita could be pretty valid.
Yeah, and I think, if I remember correctly, there was a little point in the article where James Cameron did state that, like, Amrita is going to continue to be something the
Oh,
RDA is
really?
after. Yeah, I believe
Huh.
I mean, now I don't have the slides here anymore, but I'm pretty sure that one of those, when he was talking about the further involvement of and the threat of the RDA, I'm pretty sure he said that it's going to continue to be a focal point for the RDA. That's pretty much what they're there to do, because it's what's funding it. Apparently, it became, like you said, much more valuable than unobtainium. They never really touched on that again, because I think they
Mm-hmm.
discovered Amrita and what that could do. So now that's funding their operations. And obviously, when you're coming from a dying planet, as they mentioned, I think wanting to avoid death in general is probably something very high on the humans' priority list.
Yeah.
So, getting their hands on that, it could
Oh, I
be
got
that
it.
they. Oh, you got it.
Yeah. They say, or James Cameron says, now they're not only after unobtainium, they're after Amrita. Amrita is driving their economy, and General Ardmore is essentially running the whole thing under military rule. So,
Nothing there on a potential collaboration between the RDA and the
oh
Ash
yes,
Clan.
hold on. We're talking about a sort of colonial era metaphor where the British and the French are using some of the indigenous tribes as allies against other indigenous tribes. Oh, totally. Oh my God,
There
this
you
is
go.
exactly it.
That's
You can start
exactly it.
you start to see that taking place in movie 3. It's very much a colonial era, just an interstellar version of it. I'm kind of a history buff, blah 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 blah. Wow, okay.
Yeah, so basically the RDA is gonna, like you said, with the, like that, like fickle alliance between, I think you said the French and the British. Yeah, they're gonna use this indigenous population, which is the the Ash clan that's already angry. Like you said, we really don't know exactly why, what the circumstances are of their backstory, why Varang maybe lives with so much hate. But I think
Mm-hmm.
they're taking advantage of that, and they're gonna use them, and like you said, go attack, use the Ash clan's help to attack the Metkayina, and really, maybe go after that Amrita that you're talking about. So in a way, you're not far off. It does seem like the Ash clan could be after the Tulkun's Amrita, maybe for their own personal gain, as well as because they're kind of in this very fickle alliance with the RDA. That's very interesting.
Oh, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah. So then we assume Quaritch here wouldn't be captured for long, because if they do enter into some sort of alliance, I doubt, this is probably just how, like, when Jake was first presented to, uh the Metkayina in the beginning, and he was kind of brought in like this, like semi captured,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Quaritch just becomes a dark, twisted version of the journey that Jake had. It's just that he's gonna have this journey with the Ash clan, and who knows? Who knows? Maybe his future love interest becomes Varang herself, and,
Oh my
and
gosh, imagine that.
both of them become kind of like the
He would
rulers of
not
this.
survive.
We don't know. I mean, we Stephen Lang had said, he said this years ago in interviews, that his character is going to become, he's going to go more and more native as the sequels progress, and this, I right here, could be the real first step into him adapting to more native customs, and acting more like a Navi, finally accepting those, and
Learning language more.
so we
The
could
Ash
start
language.
seeing it. The reason behind that is because it kind of seems like he's maybe going to integrate himself into the Ash clan and be like the flip, the coin flip other side of the Jake story. He's going to be the antagonistic version. That could be very cool too.
Absolutely, yeah.
But of course, that whole Quartz stuff is for other future videos, and when we get a little bit more information on those. But yeah, I mean, I think your theory is not far off, to be honest.
I
Um,
think I'm on the right track to somewhere.
Yeah. Hey,
I
at
don't know what
least you're right
station.
about this. That they are right there by the Cove of the Ancestors. So
I did
you were
call it.
right that they are. They're going to be attacking the Metkayina for some reason, whether it's just their cooperation with the RDA, maybe second-handedly, it's also because Varang has her own motives, and it's kind of like, using the RDA as well. Maybe they're both thinking they're
What
just kind of using each other. So
what if they're not like the Ash people are not necessarily interested in Amrita, but clearly the RDA still is. And they're helping them because they're being promised something else, and there's some other sort of alliance within that. That could be a thing too. Maybe they don't care about Amrita themselves at all, and they just, I don't know, they're getting something out of it.
probably, maybe land, maybe better land, because I mean, if he's talking
Or
about,
weapons?
we would really have to go into, now that he kind of detailed to us what his inspiration is, the colonialism, the British and the French.
Hmm.
Maybe if we do a little bit of homework, we can maybe now come
That's a
back to
good
this,
idea.
like, ooh, what did they offer the natives that they kind of, were in this fickle relationship with, and we can maybe,
Hmm.
like you said, just apply that to Pandora. So did they offer
Yeah.
them land, weapons? Now we have to do some history research for another time. But it's cool. It's cool. This is interesting. We got homework.
Yes.
But but yeah, that's
Anyway,
our little talk here on, what the potential motivation for Varang and her clan. And hey, the fact that we got to admit Robin was right, that they were going to attack the Metkayina. We just don't know exactly why. But yeah, leave your thoughts down below and what you guys think about all of this. And obviously, as we get more articles in the future, more information, we're going to have more videos and more theories and speculation as well. So it's going to be a fun year, and I can't wait to keep going through this year with you, Robin, and obviously everybody
Yeah.
here on the channel. So, but yeah,
I'm excited.
your thoughts down below, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Bye.